Hello everybody, Sergeant Soldier here, and we're back with another Building Rust, and today we have a 2x2 submitted to me in my email that the person wanted to remain anonymous. So, Mr. Anonymous, thank you so much for submitting and telling me about this. It's really cool, and I can't wait to show everybody about it. Basically what this is, it's a 2x2 resource base. This is the type of base that you would probably set up when you're brand new to a server, or the server just wiped and you're not really worried about raiding right away. That's the kind of base that really shines when in the beginning, where you don't have to worry about getting hit by rockets and C4 immediately. So basically what this base is we're going to run in here. I'm going to show you why it's so cool. And I'm going to call this the resource warehouse. Because behind these double doors, which even though the server just wiped, hopefully at this point you'll have some XP. Or if you're brand new to the server, you may have to do a single door in here. But behind this double door here, we have a lot of boxes. And our tool cupboard, of course, but we have a lot of boxes sandwiched in here, as well as having boxes up on top. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 boxes just in this double door. We go into the second room here, which is also divided on the inside, and we have the same box there, so I'm going to count that one as previous room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 boxes, as well as the tool cupboard. So it's actually a pretty large loot room area. However, it is a 2x2, so you don't want to put all your good stuff on the bottom. Hey, you don't want to put all your good stuff on the bottom. So I made this up here so that you could put some of your stuff in here. There's a lot of boxes. You don't need this many boxes. I just threw them all in here, whatever could fit. And you could put stuff in here that, let's say, you don't want to keep down there. Let's say someone raids this and they go, oh my god, all the stuff must be down here. There must be nothing upstairs. Maybe that's where you put all your good stuff, like your sulfur and your charcoal and your gunpowder and whatnot. So basically, to build this base, it's fairly simple. However, one thing I would recommend before we get started is make sure you put some honeycombing around the outside of it. This is a 2x2. It's going to go down very quick. If they guess correctly, which that's giving the build away a little bit, if they guess correctly and they blow this wall up, they're now in your loot room. That's it. All it took was that one wall. So when you make sure you do your honeycombing around it, you make the protected part, the most protected part, the backside where the loot is. Make sure to use a lot of triangles like I did here. That way they have to go through multiple walls just to get to the good stuff. So in order to do this, I made a row of triangles that went along the backside, and then I put squares on each of the corners. See that? So without further ado, let's get into it. We're going to start building this baby right now. So the first thing you're going to start with, of course, is the 2x2 base design. Now, it's fairly simple putting 2x2 together, right? Don't need to explain that. Next, we're going to take our shelves and we're going to put the shelves in to make sure that the shelves aren't going to be overlapping where the back and the side walls are going to be. So when you put it in, make sure to put a wall up. Don't actually build it, just throw it up to make sure it's in the right spot. So I can put 2 walls up there, no problem at all. Go to this one, put our shelf right here, like so. Got it? Now from this point, we're going to start piling all these chests in. Now the best way to do it, I found in certain spots, is to go from the back side to make sure it's not sticking out like this. We don't want the chest through the wall. So you're just going to very carefully put everything in here. Now I don't exactly remember how I had it in the earlier part of the video, so I'm just going to throw a bunch of chests in. You guys can play with this as much as you want. It's basically like a puzzle. And the more space you can get out of this, the better. So let's do another one here. We'll put one right there. Let's see if we can squeeze a couple small guys in here. Maybe just one? Just one? Yep. Alright, fine. Just one. No problem there. So from here, we'll go up one level. We'll try to. And we'll start putting them in the backside. Now, I'm a little worried about the backside poking through because it's hard to tell because we're standing up, right? And we can't jump in place because then it definitely will poke through. This would probably be the best time to put our walls up. So let's start putting our walls up. And we'll get our hammer out so we can reverse them. Because I'm building them backwards. Get a little bit of stone. Go. Alright, so now we'll just continue the rest of the base like so. And at this point, you at least have yourself a basic 2x2 base, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to wait for nighttime to end, and we'll be right back. Alright, the day has returned, and it is time to finish your base. So what we're going to do is we're going to start putting the rest of the chests in. Now that that back wall is there, it's a lot easier to make sure that we're not poking through, because it will end up going red on us if it does. You just throw all the chests in wherever they happen to fit. If you want to try different combinations of big and small, feel free to go ahead. Like that one's sticking out way too far. Don't do that. We'll just put one right here. Come on now. Maybe we can turn it. Get a little bit more room in there. There we go. That'll work. So now, what we're going to do is we're going to take our wall frame and we're going to start putting those up. Right there and right there. Now the first thing you need to do before you add anything else at this point, now that you have the wall frames in, you have to go to your tool cupboard and make sure that gets put in there first. That's going to need to be right there. Now, can we still access that? That's the large. That's a large. That's the large. You got to make sure you can access all your chests once this tool cupboard is in. So it looks like we lost the small chest back there. So let's just get rid of that. If we can't access it, we don't need it. There we go. Alright, so now that we have all that in, we can go ahead and start putting our small guys in the front. You can do it one of two ways. You can do it horizontal like this. You can do it vertical. I have a feeling you can get more with the vertical, so I'm going to start doing it like that. So, see this one clips the tool cupboard, so it's not going to go any further. One right there. One right there. And, oh, look at that. One right there. Awesome. So from this point, we're going to go ahead and start putting our doors in. But first, let's make sure we get these upgraded, because they're a lot harder to upgrade once the doors are on. Oh, okay. Whatever. Put our double doors in. Personally, I say that the double doors should be going out like this. That way you've got nothing blocking your access from opening any chests or accessing the tool cupboard, anything like that. And that one's now in. Good. Okay, I like it. So from this point, what we're going to do is we're going to go up to the next level. And we're going to get ourselves a ladder hatch. Now, the ladder hatch is very susceptible to getting bone clubbed. I put a video out saying that. It does work. It's very easy to do. It doesn't take very many bones. I think it was like 340. So you got to make sure that when you're up here and you're doing stuff, you don't want the ladder hatch to be to the point to where it's leading to somewhere that you don't want them to be. You want to have a little bit more security. So what I did was I took a floor and I upgraded this to, at the very least, sheet metal. That way they can't soft side pick it. Because you can pick the bottom side of floors, right? At the very least, they're going to have to blow it. So from this point, what we're going to do is we're going to take our roof and we're going to start throwing the roof down. Why the roof? Well, because the roof is actually very important. It adds an extra layer. However, I forgot that layer. So first, we're going to put the sidewalls on. Then we're going to put the roof on. Because once the sidewalls are on, you're able to put the roof on. But if the roof goes first, you can't put the sidewalls. If that makes any sense. So we're going to put all these in. There we go. Now that our sidewalls and our roof is on, we upgraded it. We're going to start putting our chests in. Now, these are the final chests that are going to be in here. They will clip through the wall if you put them this way. So we don't want that. We got to put them in horizontally. And you can fit 3 in here. Very carefully. Like so. There we go. Now we're going to add a floor in. That way, in case they end up breaking a chest or anything, all the loot pops on top. You don't have to worry about them stealing it. Throw ourselves a good wall up. Wall here. Like so. Go all the way around on that side. I fell. There we go. Alright, now we're going to go to the top. Now this side here can have walls added to it. So we're going to add those walls. Climb up here. Do our final roof on top. And there you have it. There's the 2x2. Very, very simple. Now once you're inside, we're going to add another doorway here. Just to add extra protections. And that's pretty much it. Now you can do anything you want up top here. You can add a sleeping bag. You can add more chests like I described before. There's a lot of different things you can do. As long as this floor here, you can't pick through it, that's the most important thing. Because it will require them to either blow it or blow this way and go through the door in the hopes that they're going to find something good. So going outside now, as I said before, we want to honeycomb this. We cannot leave it the way it is. So we're going to start with the back side because that's the most important side. And I'm out of water, so this is going to go slow. Start with triangles throughout the back like so. Take a square, put it on both sides. More triangles. Take a square. Oops. One too many triangles. There we go, like that. Yep, 3 triangles. Drop down, do more triangles in the front. Add ourselves another square. Triangle, triangle, triangle. And there you have it. Now the basic 2x2 has some honeycombing to it. That's going to help protect it a little bit more. Now as you start adding the honeycombing in, you're going to cover up the roof there that is obviously seen right now. And by hiding that, it'll make it a little bit harder for them to tell which side is the front and which side is the back. Besides from the fact that you've got the door. Now, obviously, if I look at this and I see a roof, I know they're using the roof to try to protect or hide something. Because it's an extra layer of honeycombing, right? It's a layer that they have to blow through after they get through that wall. So by covering that up, it's really, really important. So basically at this point, if you start adding the honeycombing, you build it up, you take a starter 2x2, and you kind of made it into like a medium-sized base. And you could live in this further, or if you want more space, you can upgrade to a larger base. However, with all the chests that are at the bottom there and any that you add to the top, it will have more than enough space to hold everything you need. So anyway, thank you to the anonymous person that did not want their name mentioned in this video. Thank you for showing me this really cool design. Hopefully you don't mind that I added a little bit at the end with the honeycombing and whatnot, but I think it definitely needed it, especially in this day and age of Rust where raiding is pretty much the way that everybody gets all their stuff. So, Sergeant Solge, this was Building Rust, and we'll see you in the next Building Rust video. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for watching this episode. If you want to see more great content from Private Astro or myself, please hit that subscribe button and click on any of the videos above. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next Sergeant Solge or Private Astro video. Bye-bye.